And I'm Marq Dean.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Studiosetstage, where we take you from a small platform to the main stage that you have been dreaming about all of your life. What's up, Marq Dean?
What's up, Cynthia? I am good. How's everything in your neck of the woods?
Pretty good. You know, every week, and you know this as well as everybody else, I'm always just so excited just to bring you the show. So today, I'm super excited because I have a very special guest today. One of my homegirls, I like to say, right?
That's me.
None other than the Hollywood, I like to say Hollywood publicist of the decade, Candace Ledbetter.
Yes.
PR visibility strategist for C.N.Better Media. Thank you so much. Hey girl, how you doing?
Hey girl, hey. Hey Marq,
hey.
Welcome
What's up?
to the show. Welcome to the show. I have been really thinking about you like for so long, but you have a busy schedule, I have to say, right?
Girl, it's never ending. It never stops.
Yeah.
But hey, no complaints at all. Thank God for it.
And no complaints. It doesn't do any good anyway, right?
There you go. It'll just make us mad. That's it.
Yes, indeed.
For all of you guys who don't know, Candace, she is responsible for so many of the multimedia that you see out here. She is responsible for many of the people, a lot of your favorite actors, singers. She's the person, she's like the liaison between your two, and that person. So it's kind of so fitting to have her on here. And of course, we have history because we used to work together at B103 here in Atlanta.
Okay.
So Candace, we just wanted to say, you know, how you've been doing, what you've been doing, and how's life been treating you, just to start off.
Well, I have been doing good. I am grateful, you know, even in the midst of crisis and pandemic and all of the adventures that we've had this 2020. I have been blessed. I've been blessed and busy, you know. You know, it's ironic because, you know, like you said, my background is entertainment. And so here in these COVID months and, you know, just everything that we've been experiencing, entertainment really has taken a hit during all of this.
It has.
And with what I did specifically in entertainment, which is working with film studios and television networks, and then also some celebrity talent and all of that, that was no more. You know, the movies went straight to DVD or went straight to home on demand. You know, there's no more theaters right now.
That is so
true. Which is where my zone thrives.
Right.
You know? So thankfully, I had about a year and a half ago, I started to just from a gut unction, started to diversify my clientele. So it wasn't just entertainment clients that I was working with. I was also working with small businesses, entrepreneurs, influencers, thought leaders, and all of that. So people, anybody who has a great story to tell, that's who I've been working with. So but I've been good. And I guess to give background to what I do or did do, well, I still do all of it.
Oh yeah,
all of it, right?
Let them know what you do, and let them know your background, because that is extremely key.
Awesome. Well, I will say that the first part of my story is career transition. Okay, so I actually started out as an 8th grade language arts teacher. I don't know if you knew that, Cynthia,
you know
but
all these years we worked together, I know you were a teacher.
Like they say,
I can see that. Okay.
Yeah, I taught 8th grade language arts for 4 years and absolutely loved it. Like it was one of those things where you graduate from college, and shout out to Virginia State University, my alma mater.
Okay.
Shout out.
But VSU, exactly.
Okay.
Graduated with a bachelor's in English and mass communications, focused on radio, television, broadcasting. So it was always in me. I always knew I'm going to be an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I'm supposed to be. You know, all this needs to be there. You know.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
But
indeed.
of course, you know, you graduate from college, and you know, the job search ain't going the way that you wanted to. So
it ain't going fast enough like you needed to go.
Exactly. And I'm trying to move out my parents' house. You know, I'm not trying to live at my mom and dad's all my life. So shoot, I need my own space. You know, I'm grown.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So so actually landed at Capital One as in the gap, customer service, and you know, just to fill in the gap.
Yeah.
And then transitioned to being a teacher. And when I became a teacher, y'all, you know, I call it a family legacy position because my parents are master educators. All of my aunts are educators. So it's like in my blood, you know.
Wow.
And I love kids. So it just gelled well. And, you know, and to be honest with you, that 4th year teaching, I got to a point where I was really mapping out my career in education. Like I was settled. You know, you can't beat summertimes off and still getting a check. You can't beat having every holiday off. And let's not talk about snow days because I'm from the DMV and we see all seasons. Okay. So, you know, you can't beat that and you get very comfortable.
Yeah.
Yes.
But when God has a call on your life to do what he wants you to do, he will cause your life to get uncomfortable. You know?
Yes.
So you will find yourself doing.
So fast forward, you went from education to entertainment, and so how did you make? I'm guessing, you know, at that time, how did you make the bridge? How did you cross the bridge?
So I crossed the bridge when I could not pass the education exam, the teacher's test, which is called the praxis. Crossed that bridge, and I tried it a couple of times, and I missed it by one point, and I was just like, okay, God, what is it that I'm supposed to be doing? Because clearly this ain't it. And that's where I started remembering, Candace, what did you go to school for? And isn't that really your first love? So before I knew it, y'all, I had sold my house in Virginia and came to Atlanta, Georgia, and bought another house and was like, all right, God, what we doing? What we doing? It was a total faith move. It was a faith move. It was just one of those where, and I had never been to Atlanta before. So I'm like, well, I mean, are you sure? Is this you, or is this just something I ate that was bad? I'm just trying to figure it out. So before long, did not know anybody here in Atlanta. Not like no people. But when I tell you, before I knew it, I was at V103 as a radio show producer.
Wow.
And you know, I had made connections in the small business community, which now has helped now, but we'll get to that later. But became a radio show producer. Then we met Cynthia and we just became sisters in radio. Yay. Radio and life. I mean, and we're sorors. Awesome. Shout out to DST. Amen. Come on,
Shout out to the illustrious sorors of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
You knew it was coming, Marq. You knew it was coming.
Shout out.
We met at B103, of course. And you know what? I have to say this to you, Candace. I just remember just coming in your offices. Do you remember every morning or so? And just talking about just kind of like what's happening, the days, events, and things like that. And there was something extra special about you guys. I mean, you fellow Studiosetstage, you're sitting here, you're watching and you're listening. I'm telling you, you know when someone has got it. You just know
right. It's like real recognize real.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Because Cynthia definitely got it.
It's a genuine thing.
You too, Marq.
That's why we connected. And I can imagine in that job at B103, like I said, you were making the connections that would take you to the next chapter.
Exactly. And that's right, because you met me when I was in the promotions department as the promotions PR manager. So you didn't see me when I was producing shows.
Miss
So by the time you got there, I was in promotions PR, and I loved it. You know, I'm a people person. And, you know, I'm a writer as well. So writing the press releases and engaging with the media and all of that. So what ended up being the decision for me was, and we both know in radio, there's not a lot of room for growth. You know, unless you become a personality to make the big money, and even if you do become a personality, you may not make any big money.
Exactly.
But I needed something more. I'm always about, anytime I go to one level, I'm looking, where's the next? You know what I'm saying?
Looking to the next, yes.
How do I grow?
Did y'all hear that, Studiosetsstagers?
Exactly.
At one level, sometimes you can get complacent, right?
Right. You can get complacent.
Which drives you down.
Yes.
And sad, and you're looking around, right? Am I right?
Right.
You are right, honey. You are preaching. Because you don't want to stay in a place longer than you're supposed to, because then things start to fall apart, and you don't want to wait that long when things start falling apart, and you be like, I have nothing else to do, I gotta go. So when you know instinctively and spiritually, you know it's time to move, and you know it's time to move forward, do it.
Yes.
We all have been there, especially if you work corporate and you work for other people. If you're just joining me, we're talking to Candace Ledbetter. She is the PR and visibility strategist, one of the best in the business. And to your point, like you said, when it's time to go, it's time to go. I think a lot of us sometimes we stay. Why? Because of the money,
access, and perks. Because where we were, Cynthia, we had concerts and festivals and all kinds of things that we just had access to. You know?
Right.
Oh yeah.
So
accessibility.
It's easy to get caught up.
Yes, accessibility can be a crutch. And it can lead to, like you said, being complacent. So,
and
most definitely.
We forgot to say also, in Marq Dean and Candace, I know you guys can relate. Sometimes it's just fear.
Yes.
Let's talk about that now.
That's
Candace,
key.
Let's talk
That's
about
key.
This is because there are so many people, Candace, who want to work in public relations, who want to follow in your footsteps in entertainment, and they don't know, where to start, or if they know where to start, sometimes it's the fear that can be debilitating.
Yeah. And so I'm glad that you said that, because that segues into the transition. Because when I left V103 and decided to pursue PR full time, because that's the only next level that I saw, I left comfort. We left health benefits. We left a weekly steady paycheck.
We did.
You know what I'm saying? We left all of that.
It's gone.
Right, it was gone.
We did.
So,
yeah.
And thankfully, I did transition into a local agency that was established in the entertainment world.
Yeah.
And when I tell y'all, it was like gung ho. Once I walked through the door that first day, it was 300 emails waiting on me, and I was like, "But I just started though. What's going on? What just happened? You know?"
All right.
Waiting.
3 what? Okay.
Exactly. So eventually it got to a point where it was so much work, but it was great work. It was great work, and it was necessary, because I was able to learn areas of my craft that I now operate in that I was not even thinking, because I was in a great comfortable position at V103 where people would come to me because they wanted to be a part of the radio station or be interviewed or be involved. Whereas now I had to grind. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, wait a minute. So I actually have to build relationships in this. So, or other relationships, and not just in Atlanta. I got to go wide with this thing. So, and of course, it's nothing that I can't do, but it was just a lot of work. Now, eventually, it ended up where I was not able to, I only lasted a couple of months with them, just because of the grind was so much. It was around the clock, no sleep gang, all of that stuff.
25/8.
Right. And then I really had to take a moment to really think about, what am I going to do? And that's where that fear came in, because I was already in a deficit for health benefits because that company paid as a contractor as opposed to an actual employee.
Right.
Gotcha.
The money was good though. No complaints on the money. I made more money doing it than I did at the radio station. But to now leave them and not have that money and not have health benefits or anything, it was just kind of like, okay, yeah, I'm out here. I'm out here.
Right.
And so eventually I actually went to my parents' house and back home in Virginia and had a little sabbatical, y'all. I had to like curl up in the bed and cry a little bit, pray a little bit, and figure it out.
Right.
And I decided that if I'm gonna do it, then I need to do it. And I need to be legit with it, because people were calling me. They were like, hey, what are you doing now? And I was just like, oh, well, I'm trying to figure that out. And they were like, well, while you're trying to figure it out, come help me with this event, or come help me with this. I need PR for this. And can you do? So the influx of word of mouth was coming. And I'm like, oh, shoot. Well, do I need to start a company? Like what?
Yeah.
So then that's
right.
You mentioned a word. You said, you want to be legit, okay.
Yes.
So I gotta put this in here, guys. Candace, Bleecker Street, ESPN. I'm gonna read your rap sheet, okay? If that's okay.
No problem.
Yeah.
Revolt TV.
Go down the line.
Oprah Winfrey Network. This is the caliber of person that Candace. She's talking about. Okay, legit. Red Stripe, Perspective Records, AMC Networks, the Zeus Network. I think you're like beyond legit.
Yeah. Let's
Now
say
I am, right?
legitimate. Legitimate. Let's say that. Exactly.
Yeah.
But some people were calling you and you just went and helped, right?
Yeah, just went and helped. And then it was like, people were like, well, we want to pay you. And I'm like, oh yeah, about that. I need to make sure. So I really do need to start a company, just so I can be legitimate, for tax purposes, and because I'm not one of these people that's just going to be doing stuff under the table and then tail down the road. No, we're going to be legit about this. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And I went full force. Started C.N.Better Media, and just so that everybody knows, C.N.Better Media is a boutique agency, which means that a boutique public relations agency, which means that it's really one person. I'm a solopreneur.
Right.
It's just me, myself, and I, and hallelujah. But we specialize in media relations, and then also content strategy, personal branding, and then also experiential marketing. And I have to thank the agencies that I actually contracted with, because the learning, and this is where I'll explain what I actually do, especially as it relates to the entertainment side.
Yeah.
Right. So
basically what my role has been is working on major film projects. So we're talking like when I started with that one agency, my first project was Transformers: Age of Extinction.
Awesome.
And that was coordinating with the actual team at Paramount Pictures, and we are organizing merchandising with some of the bloggers, and press junkets, and red carpets. Well, not red carpet for them, but screening events. But we had influencers and celebrities to attend, and it was multiple cities. So that was my baby, my first baby with that agency, and I had to put all that together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was just like, we making it happen. And since then, especially with the film projects that I've been able to actually work with the cast, you know how when a movie comes out and you start to see, let's just say it's Will Smith, he's promoting Bad Boys 3, right? And you see Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, they're going around to the Today Show and Good Morning America, Breakfast Club. Then you see them on Trevor Noah. Then, you know what I'm saying?
Also known as the press junket.
Like
there
a
you
junket.
go.
Yeah.
Press junket, press tour, all of that. And I am I'm part of the team that books those press opportunities for that talent. So we are the people that call up the Breakfast Club and say, hey, producer, I've got Will Smith, can we coordinate bring them in? Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So that's basically what we do.
Yeah.
Also, red carpet experiences. One thing that I have enjoyed so much, because I'm a movie buff, I have enjoyed so much putting on and managing red carpet experiences for these big movies that come out.
It's not
Right.
and it's not easy, right? But those
It's not.
listening who are wanting to do this, it's not an easy job, not at all. I mean, I know because
Yes.
of course, because we're part of the
Yes.
industry, but
Yeah.
explain.
And it's
Yeah.
a lot of work. And for instance, a lot of people, especially like interns who want to be a part of the industry and stuff like that, they see the
Yeah.
glitz, the glamour, they see the red carpet, and they see the celebrities, and oh my God, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Boo boo.
Right. Right.
That's all you
Yeah.
can say is boo
Yeah.
boo.
Yeah.
Let's talk about these
Candace,
logistics though.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I was about to say that, in this
Mhm.
thing, and we've said this before on Studiosetstage, it's the end result in entertainment, and it's done by design. Normally
right.
what you see the end result, but
Right.
you don't have a clue about understanding the logistics,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's a
And
process.
coordinating. Exactly.
And what you are speaking, it is valuable because for those that are trying to break into the industry, like you said, interns, like you said, you spoke to that with the interns saying, well, look, what you're seeing is the end result. You've got to learn the process. You got to learn, okay, this is the first step
Yeah.
that's going to lead to 100, and it's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of late nights and early mornings.
Exactly.
Right?
So what do you, like I said, there's so many people who follow us for that purpose. So what do you tell interns or even people who are just listening, trying to, like I said, following your footsteps, what do you have to have? Where do you have to go? What do you do first?
So what you do first, number one, find a mentor. Find a mentor or somebody who you can sit under, learn under, mainly because a lot of what we do is hands-on experience. And I will be honest, I have, as a entrepreneur, I have tried to work with interns, and I find it to be challenging for me only because what we do is like this. And
it's quick,
I need somebody who can be like this.
You need
a lot of times
to hold their hand. Exactly.
And unfortunately, interns take a lot of training, and for somebody like myself, I don't have a lot of time to actually train. So I would say for interns who want to get into the industry or be a publicist, I would say go to a bigger agency that actually has a full team, so that you can really that they can assign somebody, or you can be under somebody who can actually train you, because there's so many great things that we do that you definitely don't want to miss out. Otherwise, if you work with small, we're just gonna throw you in the fire and be like, okay, I'm gonna train you on Saturday, but right now I need you to write this press release, and I don't know if you write right. You know what I'm saying? So
what's the bad part? Like I said, we talk about the great parts of this business. Of course, I know, like you said, you started a business, I started a business. We were not kicked out of our former
right.
We left. We left because we wanted to explore more. We wanted to explore more, and so you create your own company, and like you expect for it to be all glitz and glamour, and it's not. What are some of the really bad things that I know we talked about? Of course, the financial deal, but something that we don't know that you've had to deal with, and anyone who is following in your footsteps will have to deal with at some point in time.
As it relates to business, are you talking as it relates to business?
Well, business, business, because what you're running is a business here.
And let me tell you, and this is a revelation that I had within the last year, and thankfully, because there's a business cohort mentorship that I'm a part of, that that has helped me to see these things. So one thing or the downsides, especially if you start a company, there will come a moment, no matter how great you are, no matter how great the word of mouth is,
Yeah.
there will come a moment where there will be a slow period.
Oh yeah.
And you will be a
Right.
fish out in the ocean
Yes.
Yeah.
running from a shark.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you have to be prepared, and you have to
Right.
really, pad yourself with things that will work to keep the stream of income going.
Right.
And this
Right.
is something that really applies to people in the entertainment industry, because we can get so focused, whether you're an actor or a musician or whatever.
Yes.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
We can get
Right.
so focused on that one thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to be in a movie, or I want to sing this song and be a part of a label. And we get
Yes.
so focused. And when that thing doesn't pan out
Woo.
the way that you thought it was,
What's
then
next?
you're stuck broke. You have no money. You got to call family. You
Yes.
need help.
Yeah.
And then you got to find a job. You got to find this. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to do those things because it takes you away from your creative outlet.
Your craft.
Exactly.
Your craft. So what you
Craft.
have to do is find a way to keep the flow going that allows you to still be free. Let me tell you what I mean. For myself, I'm a publicist, so it will not totally speak to being an actor or a musician. However, the strategy or the mindset is the same.
It's the same.
Yes.
So
that's what it's about. Mindset.
Exactly. So when I created my company, I was one track. It was, I got to create this company so that I'm able to be legit in business and catch all this word of mouth work. So, but the only person I had in mind was Candace. That's it.
Okay.
Because it's me doing the work. So that's all I had in mind. I never thought big picture to the point where my agency is going to do so well that eventually I'm going to need to hire a staff. Who knew? I wasn't thinking about the staff.
The vision, the whole vision.
Right.
The whole vision.
Yeah.
When you have something that you want to do, whether you're actor, actress, whatever, musician, publicist, you have to think big picture and full vision.
And long term is what we're talking about. Long term.
Yeah. And how many layers is there to what you do that can keep money going? For instance, Cynthia is an actress. And Cynthia, she needs flexibility so that she's able to go on, so that she's able to do the auditions and all this and the third.
Right.
But those auditions may not happen all the time, and she may not land every role. But if Cynthia is great at public relations, then she can do public relations on the side to keep money coming in,
which is what we do,
and keep the flexibility. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so you have to think in that, what other entertainment piece can I add to my puzzle that will keep this going? Studiosetstage. I'm starting a podcast. And so how can I monetize this podcast so I'm able to still be creative in this space and still go on my audition?
Still do what you do. Right.
You better. Y'all hear that game?
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Y'all hear this game?
Yes.
Exactly.
Guys.
And so for me as a publicist, I then had to think about, because doing the day-to-day work of a publicist is around the clock, y'all. When I tell y'all pitching, following up, writing, all of this stuff, it is all consuming. I literally go to sleep, roll out of bed, come to my chair, to my laptop, and work from sun up to sundown. Okay.
Yes.
So
never a day off. No.
Never a day off. No vacation in 3 years, and that's fast.
Wow. 25 hours, 8 days a week.
I'll run to a voice booth. I'll run to a stage. I'll come back to the podcast, and it's all day, all night, and we're only thinking about it. Even in my sleep, Candace, you find yourself in your sleep thinking about what you do and how you offer your services. Yes,
exactly. And here's the thing. Here's the revelation I needed to have, which was I got to make money in my sleep.
That's right.
So that I can sleep
while
more.
You're sleeping.
That's
so
right.
while I'm sleeping, and so I can sleep more. So for me as a publicist, what I realized, I had to restructure the way that I do my job, right?
Right.
So I had to stop thinking doing all the one-on-one business, I had to start thinking about the people who are always online looking for a course to take so that they can learn how to do PR, or a course to take so that they can learn how to do auditions and land them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to think outside the box of work. I had to think, what can I create that I can put on my website and people can buy, download, do whatever, share, whatever, and I'm making money from that. So I've now restructured my whole company for different tiers. So I have a DIY tier, which is do it yourself. You take this course, you learn what you learn, you pay for it, and that's that. You don't need me for that because I'm teaching you in that course. I have the done with you, which is where you can book a strategy session with me or a consultation call, and I can walk you. I'm basically your guide, and we can put a strategy together. So you're getting my genius, one-on-one, and then, but it's a one-time thing. That's the only interaction that we have. You know what I'm saying? But you still get me, and you still have access to me afterwards. Then there's the done for you, which is at a much higher price point, because now if you want me to do the work, I know I can't do the work myself. I have to have a team, which means that I have to contract or hire people to help me. So if you want that service, then you're going to have to pay the right rate for that.
It's all
the higher tier.
Them ducats. You ain't gonna get Candace, guys, for free. And I know that can happen. You know what? Y'all hear, like I said, the caliber of Candace Ledbetter. Okay, you have to get to her now. Eventually, she'll be unreachable, and she'll have like 1,000 people working for her. And like, I heard her on Studiosetstage. But I don't want to give too much of your genius out. How can we reach you? Give us like, how do we reach you on social and everywhere?
Cool. So I am at C.N.Better Media everywhere. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at C.N.Better Media. And then LinkedIn, you can find me under Candace Ledbetter. And then on my website, it is cnbettermedia.com. And I'm happy to report. Now, when y'all go to my website, it looks very 2015. Okay. We are in the process of upgrading 2015 to 2020. So,
2020, okay.
But it still works. It's still there. But
I know we're running out of time. It's about the commercials, about paying them bills and things like that. But I had a few questions. So, first question: favorite color, Candace?
Red.
Favorite song?
Lady in My Life, Michael Jackson.
Let's see. Favorite food?
Chicken. Fried chicken.
Fried chicken. Okay.
All right, fried chicken. Okay. Let me do this question. Okay, if you had to give yourself advice to your younger self, what would be that advice?
In 10 words or less.
In 10 words or less.
Less. If I had to give
to your younger self.
Advice to my younger self. Don't overthink things. Be open to your creative genius and just do it.
Just do it.
Ooh,
sounds great.
Oh, awesome. Okay, great. So again, y'all, Candace Ledbetter, PR and visibility strategist, guys. You're trying to get whatever you're trying to get out. Get at her right now, okay? We love you, Candace. Thank you so much.
Love you too. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much,
Candace. We'll talk some more. But guys, this is Studiosetstage. Talk with you next week.
Take care.